Okay, so our Sentinel of Lost Lore, haven't been really impressed with that. It's a little bit more of a grindy card. We've got Champion, which is a pretty easy pick here. And nothing on the busted commons, so just take the Champion. Okay, and then we've got Royal Treatment versus Twisted. Ah, Twisted Fealty, huh? I've really liked the Twisted Fealty, but I do feel like it's better in black-red and red-white instead of kind of the mid-game Golgari thing. So, and then Royal Treatment versus Candy Grapple. And I'm going to take the Royal Treatment here and stay green. No, Grapple's definitely in the top 3. I tend to not take Candy Grapple this early, just because I don't know if I'm black yet. It's a great card. I'm gonna stick to the uncommons for the time being. Twisted Sewer Witch is better in black-red. It's not particularly good in Golgari. We could also take the Hatching Plans and do like a Simic bargain thing. Can kind of work out. Jamie got a pack 1 pick 4 Imidane's Recruiter 10 minutes ago. Oh, good for Jamie. That's a tough choice. I think I'm going to take the Hatching Plans over the Twisted Sewer Witch. And just pass the black. Somebody to our left is happy about the Candy Grapple and the Twisted Sewer Witch. Cut-in's been pretty decent. There's also the Howling Gale thing if we wanted to keep going down the Simic pathway. I don't mind this in Simic or in red-green. But I don't mind this at all. It's good removal. Okay, Scavenger's good. There's also Sweet Tooth Witch, both which I really like in Golgari. But I like this even if we're not in Golgari. How's your day going? Oi, Voltage? Or just Oi? And Alamek. Happy to see you guys. Hope you're feeling better than I am. I'm on the mend. Oh, we've got choices here. Isaiah's favorite card, Spreading Seas. We've got Into the Fey Court, if we wanted to play off of our Hatching Plans and do some Simic nonsense. There's a possibility there. We could also take the Rat Out. Feels kind of bad going for the Rat Out now that we've basically said no to black so many times before. Ooh, LGS Store Championship. That sounds awesome. Hey, Wilder. How's your day going? Yeah, I agree. I think the Into the Fey Court feels like a signal. Although, you know, that's usually when you see them anyway, right? Pick 6, pick 7. It's not really a signal. Titanic Growth versus Quick Study, I guess. Then a bunch of white. I'm not a really big fan of white. Let's take the green. And then same here, like, do we want to take Leaping or do we want to take Feed the Cauldron? And I think I like Leaping over Feed. Feed's good if we do end up in Golgari. Maybe we do. That's a pretty late, so Feed the Cauldron's a signal. This is usually gone by pick 4. Do I ever play in paper? Not for a really long time. I gave all of my cards to my brother, and haven't really haven't really done haven't done much paper in recent years. Just a lot of arena, but I do miss it. We could take the ice out if we wanted to do the hatching plans and, you know, bargain, but I don't know that we're blue. I don't think the Into the Fade Court's a strong enough signal for me. If anything, that Feed the Cauldron was really late and makes me regret that we passed the black, because we could have had a pretty strong Golgari start here. Hey, what's up, Cowboy Bob? Hope you're having a good Friday. You used to draft every Friday, but you haven't in years now. Friday Night Magic. Alright, we'll take the Spell Stutter in case we end up playing our blue. We could end up in blue-red, you never know, right? I mean, I tend to stay pretty open until much later. And then we've got Ballunas versus Return of the Wilds. And I think I like the Balluna a little bit more than the Return of the Wilds. It's okay if you're in they're both Simic cards, so. Don't care for any of these. Probably like the Living Lectern over the Mocking Sprite. And then Prowler. I haven't enjoyed Prowler. Occasionally it can do good stuff, but for the most part it's just not great. As far as our rares go here, there's Bramble. Bramble has not been impressive. Bramble's just been an inferior version of Fawn, because Fawn fixes as well as ramps and has 3 toughness. So, not a big fan of Bramble, but we could take it because we know we are green. But I think I'm going to take the Hopeless Nightmare and see if we can end up in Golgari. Even though we passed a bunch of black, never know. Could be where we end up. And then Heartflame Duelist is kind of a red card, just in general. So that's a vote for red. It's also the Gnawing Crescendo and Harried Spearguard for just the classic like aggro stuff. There's the Dream Fairy, which works nicely with Cut-In, but we're pretty far from being Rakdos. Alright. I think with this start, we're blue-red. It's kind of what it feels like to me. Okay. Spell Stutter. We could try to wheel the Spell Stutter and take Threadbind Click here. We've got Redcap Thief for white, so we could look for more sources for white. Like Prophetic Prism is one. We could also take the Stopgap for more bargain. And there's also the Edgewall Inn, which works pretty well in blue. So, should I guess this is fixing as well. So I'll take the Edgewall Inn, but the second pick I think would be Prophetic Prism. Yeah, I'm hoping to wheel the Stopgap. If we don't wheel the Stopgap, that's a bad sign. Not a big fan of Ice Rot, Sentry, Electric, yeah, so we'll just take the Prism here. Rollicking Familiar. Good. Kind of feels like this could have been a Timur big things pile too, because like Utopia Sprawl, pick 2, pick 7. Green is definitely open. But I still think I feel pretty good about our blue-red approach. Transmuter's fine. There's a Curiosity. You were saying you want the Curiosity on Sleep-Cursed. I'm not a huge fan of Curiosity in general. Just because, like, you have enough card draw in blue-red anyway. And it's prone to being disrupted. Even if you put it on, like, catapults and such. Right? Don't really like Gadwick's first duel, nor I haven't really been impressed with the Tenants, so we can just take the Crystal Grotto here. Works nicely with our Threadbind Click. Maybe even lets us play the Heartflame Duelist. Gives us plenty of fixing, so we're already up to 4. Seems great. Moats. Hopefully we don't have to play the moats, but we can in a pinch. Or we could take the Spear Guard. Spear Guard's okay. It's not great, but... Hey, what's up, Isaiah? Yay, we wield the Spell Stutter. There was great rejoicing throughout the kingdom. We didn't wield the Stopgap, though. Oh, no, we did. It was in this pack. Nice. Okay. Yeah, I'm finally over my fever. And I tested positive this morning, so I've finally caught it. It's the first time. Wow, what a terrible pack for blue-red. Another Utopia Sprawl, though. And I don't mind the Edgewall pack. It's fine. Probably doesn't make the... Hopefully it doesn't make the cut, but I like it better than the Mocking Sprite. I could take Will, I guess, just for gems. Could. And then we've got Redcap Thief, we've got Monstrous Rage. I actually think I'm on the Redcap Thief over the Monstrous Rage. I felt more confident that that would wheel. Blue would wheel, but I don't think Monstrous Rage will. And I'm not sure we have enough bargain for our hatching plans at this point. Let's see, we've got Stopgap. We got 1? Okay, so that's... Hatching Plans is probably coming out. Are you in Team Neverbit, Isaiah? Jealous? So sad I lost my club privileges. Hey, Torch the Tower. I still have yet to play 4 of these Stone Splitter Bolts. But we could take the Stone Splitter Bolt as well. Maybe we wheel the Spell Stutter. We really could use a better game winner too, or win condition like Recruiter. Recruiter would be nice. Oh my god, we have 2 hatching plans. So I have 1 bargain. 2 bargain. We need to pick up 3 things of bargain. Otherwise I should just take the Redcap Thief. But... Okay, we've got Bitter Chill's good removal. There's the Ice Out, but it's okay. There's also the Apprentice's Folly. I got a trophy with this really early on, and I've seen people coming up on this. Like Floridaman was drafting earlier today and talking about how much they really like this in Timor, especially with big green creatures. And as long as you have the bargain, it's great. But I'm going to take the Bitter Chill here. Okay, let's take the Stopgap now. Okay. Twisted Fealty I have not been a big fan of in blue-red. Could just take the Prophetic Prism. But Ratcatcher's an okay 2-drop. And I think we have enough fixing between the Grotto and the Edge and everything. So I'll take Ratcatcher there. And we got another Threadbind Click, that's good. Gatekeeper as well, but I think I'm okay with our massive amounts of 4-drops. Glass Cat. I mean, I don't want to play the Sprite. I guess we could. Maybe we'll play the Sprite, or 3-drops are kind of eh. Alright, is there a world where I play 2 Crystal Grottos, or I think I just take the 2-drop here. Nice, guys. Nice. Oh, okay. 3rd Spell Stutter. We probably... I don't mind running 3 Spell Stutters. I know some people are off of them because they can be really hit and miss, but I've enjoyed it. Another Into the Fey Court's pretty good over the Living Lectern. Definitely have a small amount of 2-drops, but... Nice. Another Aquatic Alchemist. That'll do. And then a freeze. Alright, do we get enough bargain for the 2 hatching plans? I need 5. If I didn't get 5, then it ain't happening. I think we're short. Yeah, we have 3. Okay. I don't think I'm running any actual planes. Crystal Grotto and Edge Wall, Prophetic, and Red Cap Lake will be fine on the white there. Okay, so cards I generally don't like. Let's see here. Mocking Sprite's pretty garbage. Coral Smith's pretty garbage. Spear Guard's pretty garbage. Their 2-drops are kind of weak. We could take out the Edgewall pack. Let's see how many creatures. Creatures that give us 13. This almost feels like a kind of a tempo deck, doesn't it? It's a tempo deck with not enough 2-drops. Feeling good other than the fact that we had 2 hatching plans and not enough bargain to make it work. But we've got 2 Into the Fey Courts, and I really don't like playing it with only 3, because like it sits dead on your board so much. Let's see here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. I feel like it's got to be a cut from here, and I really do think that our weak, like the Edgewall pack's not amazing here. I am feeling better, but definitely not top of the. Yeah. I think the aquatics are great. They go late too. You've played one with 4 bargain cards, seemed fine. Well, of course it's gonna work, right? You could play one with 1 bargain card and it's gonna work some amount of the time. But generally, I want 5. That's where I feel like I feel more confident about it. 3 seems too shy, too small. But this looks like the deck. It's not the most amazing. I mean, this would be better as a recruiter or an archive dragon or basically any other better win condition. But we've got some, we've got some value here. We got the edge wall in to go with our infinite amount of removal. It's kind of like it's a control deck, so the fact that we're a little light on creatures is okay. And let's see. Oh, good! Our 2 white sources are in hand. Do I just have to play the edge wall in out as a blue source? Oh my god, I think I do. Oh, okay. Whew. Ha! Saved. Scry. Nice. Okay, these are good draws when you start with your 2 white sources. Hey, what's up, Cardinator? You would never bet against healthy Arstall? You're just preying on the weak. I see how it is. So, 3 bowls of porridge. We're up against Boros control here? Very strange. I think we can attack, though. Oh, we could have played the edge wall. But let's just develop the board here. The edge wall next turn. Yeah. Maybe we can play Thief again. Set up into the Fey Court. A 4/4 flyer, you say? Okay. Turn target creature you don't control with mana available 3 or less to its owner's hand. Well, that's not going to work. So wait. Alright. Yeah. I could stopgap it and time walk them. I lose the treasure. I'm gonna go with the Bitter Chill. I do get a card, that's true. Rhyme for a reindeer. Okay. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, tap target creature. Going for blood. Wait, this becomes a 4/4, but then it's a 2. It doesn't. That's kind of fun. God, they're really close to dead, aren't they? Bounce this. Royal token doesn't really have anything good to go on. Wilder, thanks for the 4,000 total to the Saturday stream challenge. Appreciate it. I'm just thinking if we want to bargain this and hold up Spell Stutter. It's a little bit broadcast. But I do think I want to Spell Stutter it. Oh, it doesn't work that way, does it? Because I'd have to get rid of that. Okay, let's just go with the full price then. Because I can totally think right now. 100% clarity and such. Okay, Mary Bards becomes a 5/5. Oh, what? They didn't play it. Okay. They are setting up their defenses. Ah, damn it. I'm gonna have to pop the treasure if I want to draw with Into the Fey Court. Yeah, the Boros reindeer last night was super fun to watch. Now we can hold up Spell Stutter, though. Which I think I really like, because I think they're going to do the Cursed next turn. So, if we do this... should be fine. Then I can just trade the 2/3s. But I don't think I like trading the board here. See, I could also bounce, and then I have a 3/3, a 2/3, and a 2/3. Alright, let's go with this. Let's go with this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass. And then hopefully they slam the 5-drop here. I do Spell Stutter. Then I bounce one of their things. We attack. We have lethal. 3 damage. I don't have any fairies. Can't counterspell it. Okay. That's unfortunate. I don't really want to bounce that back to their hand. I'm going to bounce the Armory Mice back to their hand. This deals 3 damage to any target. I have to deal 1 damage to them? Hell yeah. Get wrecked. Heartflame Duelist versus Heartflame Duelist. Let's go. Alright, so we've got Sick-Cursed Faerie into Alchemist, Duelist on 3. Just curve out. Seems okay. You went 1-3 in silver last night? Yeah, I mean... I feel like for the most part, there isn't that much... Like, there's occasional punts, right? Your opponent is more likely to punt when they're lower level. But I feel like a lot of the time, it just works out okay, you know? Like, if you're playing Silver or Mythic, it's about the same. Like, people get intimidated by playing at Mythic, but I really don't feel like it's that different. The meta, I guess your opponent's, like, quality of their deck is better. Oh, what do we do here? I could untap the Sleep-Cursed Faerie. I could hold this to deal 3 damage to any target. I don't mind that. It is an instant. And then we could try it. We could double spell next turn. Let's try that. Lower rank players tend to play more smash and bash. I feel very attacked right now. So I'm hoping they play the Grabby Giant here. They're not? Okay. They're hoping that I go for the untap here? I'll just take the 2 damage. So they definitely have a combat trick. So this gets +1, this one gets +2/+2, even if it's a 1/1, right? Even if it's a cursed or anything like that. So Transmuter's kind of weird. I could go with the Bitter Chill, actually, since we can curse anything big they play. And then that, like, stops their aggression. They've got a combat trick or whatever, they can use it on our Alchemist, that's fine. Okay. Get the Grabby Giant back, that's cool. They're about to experience some pain. We'll save the cursed roll for later. And then the question is whether or not we want to just play this out off the treasure. Which I don't mind. I really don't. It's like, seems okay. It's just gonna trade with the Harried Spearguard is the downside. But here they play Grabby Giant. Oh, okay, so I really shouldn't have gone for that. Punished, alright. I mean, are they gonna sack all of their treasures to play the Grabby Giant? I like that. Stockpiling Celebrant. Bounce Ruby. Oh, bounce Woodland, okay. That's really tempo negative for them. Ooh, I've got choices now. Ooh, and then with Threadbind Click, too. I think I'm just going to try to win in the air. I really don't want to do this, so I think I'm just going to play this out as a Phantom Monster. Try to race them in the air. Then they're going to have a reach that we can make into a 1/1. Fine trading this with stockpiling to make sure that they don't have the infinite loops of pain. Yeah, that's a trademark term for Isaiah. Isaiah prefers to play decks that are infinite loops of pain. What was that pause about? Wow. Going for the treasure. Okay, I mean, that makes sense. New band name. Hey, we got the 6th mana. Alright, let's go. So... they can bring this back. But for the time being, it gives us some good aggression here. Bargain? Oh no. Okay, their time here is looking more and more limited. Oh, they play the... okay, they play the giant. The good news is that they're going to have to chump block with the giant. If they sacrifice their treasure here. I missed that. Did that go top or bottom? I think that was a double bottom. Okay, so we lose our Sick-Cursed Faerie. They go to 5. Can't send this. Acceptable. Didn't block with the grabby giant. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go with playing the lands out, because we've got 2 into the Fey Courts, so the more mana that we have down, the better. No! That's not good. Oh, that is perfection. Wait, really? Not going for the Sick-Cursed Faerie. And Threadbind Click, which we can get back with like Edgewall in and stuff. Oh my god, they're so close to dead. Ah! Dang it. So it would have been lethal if we'd had a spell. Because the Alchemist would have been a 3/3. They block here, and then the 2/2 is forced to block. But lands had a different plan, so... welcome back. It's doing okay. We're 1-0 right now. Really close to 2-0, but that land was really unfortunate. And they might get back into this, but a single thing of removal on Grabby Giant wins. So we've got the stopgaps in the deck. We've got Frolicking Familiar deals 1 damage to them. I think what else? Cut in on a Grabby Giant is lethal. Balluna's Gatekeeper would be a pretty nice big threat to hit. Into the Fey Court would be nice. Now we don't have lethal if we draw a spell. Okay, that's decent. So this has a young hero roll on it. I don't think I really care about that. This is 4, so we can't bounce that. So we can bounce the token. Or wait, is this lethal? If I bounce here, is it lethal or here? They only have 2 blockers. Okay, it depends on what their last card is, but actually bouncing the Merry Bards should give us a potential lethal line. They've got something. Yeah, that was enough. I didn't even want to leave the tension about whether or not we got it. Alright, Sleep-Cursed. How many times are we going to hit Sleep-Cursed Faerie on one? Hopeless Nightmare! This is removal on 4, this is removal on 2. Playable. Not a land. What's nice about here is we're playing around their counterspell. We can do this instant speed. Okay. So, Dimir Fairies. Likeness Looter. I'm not a big fan of Likeness Looter. I get that they're doing the fairy thing. I can attack with this, right? I don't think I'm going to play the Transmuter. Dream Spoiler, so they're going all in on the fairy synergies. Okay, and we hit... Oh, get out of here. How do you like my 4/4 flying ward 2 creature? My god, we can do Threadbind Click to destroy the Obira and just leave them with it? Do we kill the Obira here? Or do we do the cut-in? Target creature and punch rolls get -1/-1. If they have Candy Grapple, they can pay the ward 2. This is dead regardless of if they have the additional thing here or not. I hit for 4. I think I'll save the Threadbind Click for something juicier. I'm gonna go with killing this. They can have their stupid 2/2 Dream Spoilers. Yeah, erase me. Play something big here that can turn into a 1/1. Okay, we go 7. I have a lot of fairies. The chances are that they found another fairy feels relatively high. Oh man, we really needed to hit a land there. I guess I can bounce. Like we can go here. Make this into a 1/1. Oh. Wait, that's not instance. What? This isn't an instant, this is sorcery. Oh, the post-combat, if they had blocked it. I gotcha. Well, they have a 7-turn clock. I think I bounce here. Get rid of the Young Hero roll. Or I could hold up the ability. I could do the untapped block. But let's see if we can hit the land. Nice. Yeah, I gotcha. So if I had attacked the 4/4 into the 3/5, they block it, and then I kill it. The question in my mind is whether or not that's worth it. So 6 turn clock, we've got Spell Stutter. We've got this, which we could use. It's going to be kind of close. I can use the Sick-Cursed Faerie on defense, though, since it has the ability to untap. A Likeness Looter, which I could make them pay 3 for. Are you going to try to get the High Fae back? Target creature in your graveyard with mana value X? They don't have any good attacks. Baller. Let's go. I mean... we gotta be careful not to die here. I could attack with the Sick-Cursed Faerie, but it's not lethal. This just becomes a copy of it, too. So, like, if this is dead... Oh man, we didn't get the torch? I think we're chilling. Attack with the familiar. They have removal. We can still block with the 1. We're not dead. If I attack with this, though, they can make it into a 3/5. They'd have to give me 2 for it, though. And then they get a 3/5. And... Alright, let's go for it. I think I like putting them to 5. Anti-grapple. Wow. Whew! That was a bit rough. The lack of lands right now is... I find your lack of lands disturbing. Oh shoot. I think we might just be dead here. Well, maybe. Maybe we can get through everything and then win, but it's going to be really tight. Alright, so let's go with the Threadbind Click. Destroy the Dream Spoilers. And then exile the Likeness Looter. We're gonna go to 2. So no Sweet Tooth Witch, please. But this was also an unfortunate kind of, like... It would have been nice if we had gotten our lands. Borrow Naughty, so we've got 2 threats, okay. Five, 6, okay, so we got land finally. And then we do the Threadbind click here, hold up Spell Stutter. They hit a land, they can pump Borrow Naughty, and we go to 1. I guess I could destroy the... Yeah, no, because otherwise, what I could destroy the High Fae Negotiator, but then we're just dead. Five, 6, okay, we're gonna go to 1. This is looking so tight. They're tapped out. Alright, so we go Threadbind click and then play out a 3/3 flyer. Or I could hold up the Spell Stutter. Spell Stutter's unlikely to do anything. But it's definitely here first. It costs 4 mana to do. Oh, so we can't play that anyway. So then we have 3 mana. Alright. 1 mana pass. Or 1 life pass. Gadwick, create a cursed roll, scry 2, and then copy. Okay, fine. Let's get some blockers down, right? Alright, so now we have 8. Better to hold up the Spell Stutter. Let's see. So I'd have... This would be 8 damage next turn. Anyway, I have extra damage. No, we're just 1 damage shy. So it's better to hold up the counterspell. So let's go with... this, and then the Ratcatcher Trainee. And the off chance that they try to slam something like Scream Puff. They have the food too, so we're 2 turns out from it anyway. Oh, you would have kept both counters up. 12. Well, but then that's a 3-turn clock. Next turn is definitely both counters up. Nice. And it's 3 because of the Threadbind click. They didn't save that for Gadwick? To copy? That's crazy. We could die to the Tempting Apple. We're dead to the Tempting Apple regardless, though, because we don't have a flyer. This gives me another... let's do this, because this gives me a fairy. I guess this is more prone to getting killed, huh? Sure. All right, or are they going to top deck because they can copy it, but we can mana sink them for 4. Fell Horseman. I'm fine with that, right? I can't counter it anyway. I guess if they pay it, then they can't bring anything back? Was I supposed to counter that? Then they'd have two... No, I think I counter whatever they're going to play. If they go for... Yeah, the Fae Negotiator, we just go like this. If we didn't have the counterspell, though, they would have had it. And that would have been lethal. Got him! 1 HP. Woo! Alright, we got a 2-drop, 3-drop. Okay. Hey! Slain. Thank you for the follow. Hope you're having a good Friday. Do we play the Ratcatcher out here? Yeah, because I don't think the go wide value I really care about. I think I care more about just having the body on the board. Choices. And then we can ping it. If we want to, we can curse something and remove it. Got possibilities. I am currently recovering from a cold. That's what is up. Alright, let's see. Well, if they block us, it's kind of really tempo negative, but so is not attacking. I think, okay, what we do is we don't play a land, attack first, see if we can get the block. They decided, no, I don't want the block, which is the right move. They Red Cap Thief. Nah, we could have done Red Cap first, I guess, but it's generally good to play your lands after, because your opponent will do things differently depending on whether or not they think you're stuck or not. But we could have done Red Cap first if we were willing to trade the treasure for Frolicking Familiar, but I don't want to do that because Threadbind Click needs white. So I like the threaten. If they do block, then we do the Frolicking Familiar. We accept the reduced tempo, but they're also set back because they lose their ramper. Okay, we got white, 3 mana, choices. How could this end poorly? I could see this ending poorly. I mean, if they use it to just kill the red cap, that's fine too. They use a combat trick here. I'm fine with that. Okay. Will they fizzle our Frolicking Familiar? If they have, like, Royal Treatment, then that would get rid of our Frolicking Familiar. That would feel pretty bad. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Play your Beanstalk Worm. Come on, play your Beanstalk Worm. Nice. Transmuter versus Spell Stutter. I think I like the Spell Stutter here, although, yeah, because I think it blocks some 2-spelling. I think they're really likely to 2-spell this turn and play Minecart and something. Or they could just play Imidane's Recruiter, that's good too. There's the white. Alright, well, Ratcatcher's dead. It's kind of a free block for them too. So guess we go here. I think I hold my one thing of removal. I could have attacked with both, accepted this, they block here, trades, or they block here and this trades. I could have done an attack all. Maybe it was right too. Oh! Oh joy! Well, this is not great, unless they attack, if they ever attack with the Beanstalk Worm. Okay, so now we're waiting to find bounce for Beanstalk Worm. No black, so it's fine to play out the cards. I promise I have spot removal in the deck. We've got cut in, as well as the stopgaps. We've got bitter chill. We have lots of things that can remove this Beanstalk Worm. Yeah. The only time that I hold a land is if I'm up against black for a Hopeless Nightmare, and I never play around Whisper. But like, if you're not up against black, it's just like, it's not that big of a deal. Hey! Whoa! Let's go! We can even hold up the Threadbind Click for the Vanguard. Or in some strange world. Should they ever attack with Beanstalk Worm? Whenever you cast that, it's going to get bigger, it's fine. We could counterspell that for 2, but I don't think it really matters. I guess it's the only time that it's really going to get anything, eh? But I don't have the removal for Vanguard. Yeah, for 3. That's what I mean. They have 2 up, but we could get them. Yeah, I have to use the treasure. It's fine. Ooh, Balluna! We have 8. They don't have any good threats. What could I see? I could bounce Witch Stalkers, find a bounce. I could bounce the Fawn. I could also just play the click. Start going wide in the air, because they only have one blocker in the air. I don't want to bounce the Druid. And if we don't want to bounce the Druid, we want to bounce something green. I think we bounce here. Or I could hold up the Spell Stutter. Alright, I think Spell Stutter is only going to be relevant for one more turn. So let's go here, hold up the Spell Stutter, and then we'll do Balluna next turn. Because, like, look at that, they got 8 mana over there. We're never going to get that with a Spell Stutter. It does hit for 4, though. So if they play a 5 cost, we can block it. Ha ha ha! Get wrecked, son. Stopgap, you say? Well, I think that's just lethal. Five, 6, yeah, it should be. We just do this, and we just double bounce. Don't bargain it or anything. It's gonna pump her familiar. Auto tapper tapping super funky. Yeah, GG. Boop. You only tease people. You only tease the people you love. Yeah, that makes sense. Play an X1. Damn you! I could have pinged them in the face there, but I don't think so. Are they just gonna ramp to Grabby Giant on 3? Sometimes it works, you know? Dude, they didn't have land 3. Oh boy. I love it when my opponent doesn't have land 3. Well, you never know, Isaiah, you never know. Although, considering that they're stuck on 2 lands, I would say your odds are not looking particularly good. Do I just ditch the 1 damage off of Frolicking Familiar? No. No. We can't do this on 6 anyway. I mean, I guess we could with the treasure. Alright, I'm gonna ditch it to take advantage of them being stuck on land. You see what I'm talking about, though? Like, if I played the land, then I could go Frolicking Familiar and play it as a 2-2. But I'm just gonna go for the... We're just slamming Ballunas on 6 here, or for 6, while they're stuck on 2 lands. Should be fine. I could bounce it. They still only have 2 lands, though. I think a 6/5 is just a better threat, right? Than bounce. I guess that's 5 damage and they'd have to redo it. And they don't have the lands to? Okay. Fine. I should have done the 1 damage then. Like, they need to draw land so that they can play it again. Okay, they got the land. Play it out. It's fine. I even get to keep my treasure this way. All right, they've unlocked it. They've unlocked it. They've got 4 mana. Let's see if they can crawl back into this game. They'd have to 2-for-1 my giant. Okay, then. 2-for-1 my giant. Right. Let's go wide. I think I just set up the A-space swing all here. I guess they can't really block the Gatekeeper because then we can bring it back with Edgewall. We have the exact mana to... Oh, or we shy one. No, we could bring back Gatekeeper and bounce. So that would be pretty bad for them. How are they not dead this turn? Let's see, they kill 3 things. They go to 1? It's if they have removal. Alright. Sweet Tooth Witch, okay. Well, that does block 3 things. So right now they're going to... Haha! They did! Yeah, which way? How many ways did we want to kill them, right? Yeah. Bye-bye. Okay. Swift 5-0. Uh-oh. No threats, huh? Well, this is really dependent on getting something juicy with Spell Stutter, and we can scry. It's acceptable. Bottom of land. Okay. Up the beanstalk. Anything with card advantage, we just don't want them to have. It's a choice, though. Brave the Wilds, on the other hand... I mean, they could be stuck on land. Should we see if they're stuck on land? This is kind of like land destroy, man. I'm too tempted. Okay. It's possible they already have a land in hand and that was just kind of like not that great. Yeah. Okay. It's just too damn tempting if they were stuck on land. 2-3 minutes, fine. That rat out? Looks like there is a stop on black. So if I do cut in here, they do rat out on whatever I choose for my 1/1. It is very tempting to just bounce. I think it's not dead after all. I think I'm just gonna do this then. I think it's rat out. Trying to find the land. They didn't use it there, but there was still a pause. Another up the beanstalk, okay. Sweet Tooth Witch. Now they're tapped out. Let's go. No way that they kill our beautiful young hero, our rat young hero. When I bounced their creature, there was still a pause on 1 black, so if it was not dead, they need to have a creature for the pause on not dead, right? Well, I guess we just bargain it. If it's dead anyway. Gee, into the Fey Court here is kind of awful. I think we already have one. I want to go find land so that we can cast our Into the Fey Court. Alright. Fine. That was the pause. That was the pause. I didn't think of fairy fencing. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if they do Hamlet Glutton for 5, we can spell stutter them. Or that. I could have just let my 2/1 go. Actually. Do I do this for white? Yeah, you know what? Actually, I think I should have just let that go. Yeah, and then whether or not I did that for blue or for white is a choice. I was just thinking we have a fair amount of white cards in the deck. We have 3 white cards in the deck. But I do agree, we're playing this out for tempo. So I could have done this for blue and just relied on the Crystal Grotto, which is fine. It's probably right, because now I have to tap 6. They've got a fight Curse of the Werefox on Threadvine. It's pretty good. Ha! Stopgap is so good here. It's tempting to do Into the Fey Court, though, but it's just too damn good. Oh wait, I can't bounce a land. Turn target non-land permanent. I was like, we get a time walk or like get their land too, but it's alright. Okay. I don't. Maybe they start attacking. Hold the click up, bounce their land. So I don't have 8 mana. And then the question is whether or not they have another something gross, but I think I just like an additional flying threat instead of playing it safe with the removal. An unnatural growth. Okay, well that's a big 1/1 rat they got there. Oh, and then the candy grapple. Jeez, okay. Might as well, it can't block. Draw first, just in case it's something important. I can get Threadbind back, that's nice. Right, so this should set up lethal. We've got the stopgap for whatever blocker they have. Okay. This should do it then. Don't have any. So up here. Good game. All right, 6-0 on to the final boss. All right, we're on the draw, but we have Sick-Cursed Faerie. I feel like it's pretty decent. Yeah, and it'll be the following week. It'll be a week from today when y'all vote on it. Because I got, you know, I got to prepare and such. Oh man, imagine if the final boss just quits. They're like, turn 1 Sick-Cursed Faerie, I'm out of here. No, you can. It can be best of 1 or best of 3 Thunderwunk. The only thing, it has to be standard. Okay, so we've got Spell Stutter or untapping our dude faster. I like countering the turn 3 play, I think. We've got Bitter Chill. Yeah, you think so? It's a tough call, because it's not that big of a priority, you know? We'll see. Turn 4 tends to be worse than turn 3. So if they play something, what's the bad 4-drop? Well, removal for our dude would be pretty bad. Voracious Vermin's acceptable. Aquatic Alchemist doesn't get anything back at the moment. Question is whether or not we bid or chill the Voracious Vermin. Hey, what's up, Autumn? I'm doing well. I'm doing better. You guys think we should chill it? I mean, it pretty much ices their tempo. I'm down. They play a Twisted Sewer Witch next. It's not that much worse of a target. The only downside with this is that it's just very poor on defense, right? Ah, rest in peace, Sick-Cursed Faerie. And we're flooding out. Alright, well. Play out the threat. Hope to draw into some more. It's a fair amount of a board right there. I could have tapped the 2 blue there in case we have a double pip. Alright. This is not looking good. I can use the Sleep Edgewall in to get back Alchemist. Instant or sorcery to get back Spellstutter. Ugh. Pray for free block here. The rat out. Alright. Come on. Alright, we're just flooding out super hard. Redcap Thief is not enough here. I guess I'll do this. On top of your library? We don't want any of that on top of our library. So do I really want a 1/3? I guess it blocks the board. It's better than doing nothing. We already have the white, too. It's better when you want to play the adventure side of things, but like, we just gotta try to do what we can, right? Yeah. Holy cow, we're in trouble here. Well, I guess I'll go for removing a rat from the board instead of blocking 1 more damage. I'm not sure I like the bitter chill on the vermin, but I guess at the time it made sense. Oh dear. There's just no way that we win this. 10 lands to 1, 2, 3, 4 spells. Could have attacked there if we had any any form of like tempo swing, like recruiter or whatnot. It would make sense to put them to 7 because they don't have a whole lot of blockers. Yeah, that's just game. Congrats, opponent. You defeated a very floody, a very floody individual. See how it goes. We got the play. We've got stuff to do on the play. Looks pretty good. We can even instant speed make it into a 3-3. Maybe surprise our opponent. Draco, thank you for the follow. Your day is going well. Fun! I'm gonna do it now. Hit them for the 3 damage. Because then next turn we can go Red Cap Thief and hold up the Spell Stutter. It's a little bit transparent though. Okay. Because it's like, why aren't we playing the Rat Catcher? Could bounce too and attack with the 3-3, but I think this is where I want to go. Maybe it'll just look like I don't want to sack the treasure, the Rat Catcher training, which is kind of true. Alright, now we get your big, juicy 5-drop. Okay. We can... Ooh, I actually don't mind that. We can go Red Cap Thief here, and then play the Sleep-Cursed Faerie, and we still have the counterspell up. We lose our white. That's okay. You posted the mono black life gain in the deck picks channel? Alright, sounds good, Thunder. I'll take out the 10,000 points when I make next week's showcase. They have 3 mana for that? Okay. Gumdrop Poisoner. Ugh. Nice. Goodbye, 2 treasures. Oh, dude, you're gonna take so much damage. You're gonna take so much damage. Celebrant's kind of a weird one, but it just unleashes the you know, the gates. Take him to 11. Seems pretty good. Yeah, the Sleep Fae priority held was hiding the fact that I had the counter spell. True. Yes, the bouncer has become the bouncy. Indeed. Indeed. Oh, dude, next turn we're attacking so well. Right, we're playing into the Fae Court. We have a 2-3, a 2-3, a 3-3, 2 1/1s. And then Sleep-Cursed Fae is about to come online. We could even start pushing with Sleep-Cursed Fae if they play something that blocks our attacks well, but right now what they play something that's good enough to eat the Aquatic Alchemist. Okay. if we had 6. Well, I guess I just go for the pressure here. I guess we go for untapping this. Oh, shoot. It's 2 to do that. Oops. That was my bad. Alright, well, we still have decent attacks. I shouldn't have untapped. I thought it was going to be untapped there. Oh, and they have the royal treatment. Okay. I lose a 3/3. They take 6, they go to 5. Now they have the answer for the Sick-Cursed Faerie, and it's kind of looking a little bit downhill. Honestly, that round, I really wish I had done Into the Fae Court and just attacked. Because, like, our 3/3 still gets blocked by the 5/4, and they use the Royal Treatment to block the Aquatic Alchemist. And then I'm up a bunch of cards. And then we could have untapped this turn, and we would have had a 1/1 flyer as well. So... they're completely tapped out, though. Oh no, they have Fawn. So right now, they go to 1 HP. And then they're just really trying to find an answer. So I think just taking him to 2 is fine here. Let's see, is there... I could hit Torch the Tower. We'll just do this pre-combat. Okay, so Torch the Tower is lethal, right? Should be, unless they have another Royal Treatment or something. Boom! Final boss down.